Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Right, we've got quite a lot to talk about today. The Abnormals is quite stacked today. With the lack of sales, it's definitely made things even more interesting. So I'm just going to skip the intro today. Let's just jump straight in, okay? So clearly, the top selling skin this week is the cartoon sap, but that's just a regular skin. That's a bit awkward, but don't you worry, we will still talk about that quite a fair bit. So first up then, Night Instant Bed. Chat, please let me just point this out. The I is lowercase. So capital N, lowercase I, and capital B. So, when you do the barter, just make sure you got it correctly because you might accidentally have a bit of a problem there. I'm surprised they didn't change that, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, look at that bed. Wow. We've had a bit of an accident. Oh dear, oh dear. So you might have seen my special little short video with the wonderful song suggested by Mr. Frankie. Thank you very much there, Mr. Frankie. Do. Anyway, I put that on TikTok and it got like 40,000 views. I don't normally get that. Anyway, the joke, the silliness. Is that always going to be funny? Is it always going to be a unique bed that'll be appreciated? I mean, at least it glows, so it's got that going for it. But we didn't see any sort of like collection continuations. I'm not sure if the skin creator is going to try for that. You never know. Maybe this weekend we'll see something. We'll see. But I'm a bit conflicted. We do have a lot of bed skins. Let us be aware of that. We have 36, and there will be more. We've got Halloween on the horizon. It's only getting closer. We've got Christmas on the horizon. It's only getting closer. It's like 20 weeks until Christmas. I'm not joking. Anyway, so Night Instant Bed. You're a strange looking skin. But again, the fact that something like that even got made and accepted, it's in Rust now, it is quite perfect. So compared to all the other things, we've got some very cool, strange looking designs and whatnot. You're a perfectly fine, awesome looking themed bed skin. Are you actually going to hold up? I'm a bit conflicted, so that's why I'm not going to go super crazy with my barter tonight. I think what I'm going to offer is $1.20 to $1.70. I'm not sure how everything's going to pan out, but you know, if you see like a streamer or a content creator using it and going, ha, look at that, then you're going to see other people wanting it. You're going to see the demand for it. So, you know, the perfect bed to reskin for your friends in your bases and whatnot. Let's hope it actually manages to, you know, keep up the demand and whatnot. But again, if we're eventually going to go through the autumn fall seasonal dip, if we're eventually going to go through October time and see prices drop off, is that going to suffer? As it sits there with about 13,000 subscribers, which, by the way, was that what we're expecting? I thought the tactical gloves in the bed were going to reach up to 13,000 subscribers. The bed has surpassed my initial expectation. Okay, well, fair enough then. Demand is good. But it's still only 13,000 subscribers. I feel like $1.20 to $1.70 should be appropriate, should be fine, okay? I think that's how I'm going to roll with it. You really have to hope that the joke lasts long enough that people always appreciate that. So that's all you can really say. If you have the faith, go for it. Offer a higher price if you want to. Again, if you like it and you're kind of sitting here and wondering, oh, should I buy it? Yes. If you want something for you, treat yourself. Buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creators. Keep them nice and motivated to want to keep put out nice creative designs in the future, all right? So, yeah, treat yourself. Not everything has to be an investment. But maybe those tire tactical gloves do. Right. So the very second I saw these, I was like, yeah, that's nice. And then I remembered pirate tactical gloves, which doubled in price, and training tactical gloves that did double in price, but they've actually slipped with rather these. Oh dear, oh no, But they're still doing good, by the way. That's one thing we should acknowledge. How likely is it that we're potentially going to see another pair of black tactical gloves in the future? Although, the fact that this has sold a fair bit less in comparison to the training tactical gloves and the pirate tactical gloves, would that be alright? Just to point out, just over 31,000 subscribers, almost 25,000 subscribers, and yet that sits there with only 12,200 subscribers. It has matched up to expectation, but by tomorrow, after tonight, I think a lot of people are going to be buying these. In fact, I'm kind of planning to buy 100 of them. I can't help but assume, you know, with the progress that this collection's had, which, by the way, the tire collection's actually doing quite all right. But then again, if you've seen many other blackout alternative collections, They actually do tend to work out very, very nicely. People appreciate them. Even with this being incomplete, we're still hoping for tier 3. Skin Creator has tried, by the way. He has certainly tried. Unfortunately, after 3 or 4 attempts, Face Punch has just been like, nah. I don't know what they have to do, but it's a nice thing to always have potentially appearing after the tactical gloves. So anyway, it's in a good spot. People do appreciate black tactical gloves. They're not super reflective. They're not super shiny. The collection itself is holding up very nicely, even though it's incomplete. There is a possibility that we could see tier 3 in the future. And one extra thing that we saw, we already have the roadside gloves over to here, don't we? And they doubled in price. And they sold more than the tactical gloves. Like, I know more sales will happen over the course of tonight, but this right here, take a quick look at its sales history, look at it and see, over the course of its sales history, it's just been doing good. And yeah, we've had some dips and whatnot recently, but right now it's doing good all over again. And as we go through August time, I can't help but assume it might rise up to a brand all-time higher price. We'll see. So with how that progressed and whatnot, I certainly have hopes that probably will be following suit. And I'm not sitting here and saying I'm going to buy a sneaky 100, say Mob Mac. I'm straight up going to buy 100. I think that's going to hold quite nicely. With a fairly nice and approachable $1.49 price, it's in a very, very, very good spot with a lot of positives around it. And that's why I'm going to sit here and say I'm going to offer $1 to $1.30. I'm going in strong because I cannot help but assume that's going to be doing A-OK. I honestly believe that's going to hold up perfectly. I really do hope we see the tier 3. Might ask the Skin Creator again for another attempt. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, in regards to that, I have high hopes. Again, yeah, we still have October. I'm sure that could survive October. Then consider what might happen around January 2027, post-Christmas. Ooh, right. So let's see how it all pans out. Scientist Sentry Auto Turret. Well, we've had quite a discussion in regards to this. The very first green auto turret to be accepted, and it didn't even take that long. It only somewhat recently, first became skinnable. And there was the announcement from Facepunch themselves. They didn't really want to see any camouflage attempts. And, well, here you go. Let's accept the green one. It's not trying to be camouflage, though. That's the main point. But, people did have a big fuss about this. I'll go over to here. Send a tweet from Oblivion. Yeah. But you know what? I went and did it myself as well, so... yeah, it does kind of stand out a bit. So, all right then. You could have fun with this, and I'm sure you can build much better than I did. Right? I know you can. But, has it actually matched up to expectations? I thought the auto turret was going to sell between 9,000 to 11,000 subscribers. Yes, it has, literally settled in perfectly at 10,200 subscribers right now. And as much as people might sit here and say, but the price. With all the recent auto turret skins, it's only cost 50 cents more. Alright? And I can confirm it's not one of the lowest selling auto turret skins. So, right, yeah, over here, 6,600 subscribers, 6,900 subscribers. That's kind of holding up all right to a point. This is actually in the positive. Oh, you dropped off a fair bit, and that's at 9,000. But you, as of now, you're the only green auto turret we have. Will it be the last? Good question. What about Twitch drops and kick drops? Do you reckon we'll probably have a green kick auto turret? Although I can't help but assume they'll probably make that glow. They'll probably make that glow, wouldn't they? So, in regards to that, I kind of still feel like, that's just one video away. Just one video away, and then everybody wants to go ahead and buy this. I built 100 traps in the jungle. Let's watch what happens. Sorry for wiping my head. It's so hot in here. I'm sweating. But if I have the air conditioning on, you'll hear it. So I have to suffer for the abnormals. In regards to that Sentry turret, I think I'm going to offer $2.20 to $2.70. I'm going to go for it. Not all the way up to $3, but again, I can still see it slip a bit later down the line as we go for October time. And I think up to $2.70 might be a little bit, reasonably safe. I'm sure I could still pick up a decent amount of a $2.70 barter. If I'm really fast, a $2.20 barter should be quite alright as well. So, yeah, I'm going to give that a shot. I'll see how it goes. But again, I just feel like it's one short video or one proper video away from a content creator or one good stream, and suddenly a lot of people want to try that out. So we'll see how it goes. But, you know, feel free to comment below your own opinions, your own thoughts. Have you bought some yourself? Feel free to comment below. So, yep, after tonight, I might grab maybe 20 or so just to see how it all pans out. Project Nova Garage Door. So, of course, I've been making quite a fuss about the Skin Creator's previous collection. Greening area, a very nice, lovely green, glow-in-the-dark design, and it flourished. It actually worked out quite all right. Initially, though, wasn't absolutely perfect, but, you know, the more the merrier. It works out nicely. All is good. So, with the garage door being accepted, the sheet metal door went up in price ever so nicely, didn't it? At one point, it was pushing up to just over $5. Right now, it's $4.70. Still good, mind you. Still good. But what's next? What could we potentially see? Well, I can confirm a sheet metal double door appeared in the workshop this past weekend, and I can't help but assume a lot of people might appreciate that appearing. What do you reckon? I do like the, loop-de-loop. Anyway, so, yep, a perfectly fine looking addition. If that gets accepted, yes, I do believe the garage door will also spike a price ever so nice, and the sheet metal door might go up even higher. Wow. So if we do end up with like a full-fledged proper collection, of course I expect the garage door to do nicely. But I have seen many instances in the past where we have like just these two skins and then that's it. And yes, I'm specifically talking about sheet metal doors and garage doors. I've seen many instances of just free deplorables as a collection. I've seen many instances of just these two. And those ones, those sort of collections tend to suffer and they go down in price. But I've been saying this quite a lot. It kind of reminds me of like the VHS logos of the past. It's got an interesting sort of like retro vibe. I like it. It looks cool. Do you happen to like it? I reckon that garage door actually might perform better compared to most garage doors this year, which probably isn't that hard to do considering, well, take a look and see. What do you mean, Hedge? Take a look. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh no. Look at that. Oh. So only a couple have worked out all right so far this year, and the majority, oh my. But then again, you've only done just over 10,000 subscribers so far. In fact, if I had to go back over to here and just see how much I was expecting it to reach up to, I thought that could potentially reach up to 11,000 subscribers. Over the course of tonight, I don't think that's going to happen. I reckon I'll probably at best maybe end up at 10,500, which again, compared to all the other garage doors this year, it would be on the lower side in terms of sales. All right, you know what? Some pretty good positivity and whatnot. Normally, I'd try and avoid the garage doors. I'd kind of run away from them. For that, I might offer $1.30 to $1.80. $1.30, $1.80. I kind of have like a. I could see some potential positives to that. Again, I think people are liking this set, so we'll see how it goes. Will we actually get the sheet metal double door or anything else? Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out this weekend. I'm sure we're going to see another Project Nova skin being produced. So, yeah, $1.30 to $1.80 should be quite all right. Again, most skins are eventually going to suffer at some point. I don't think that's going to go dramatically down in price. So, I'd offer a decent price. Yes, yes. A bit of armored door. Now, I know we've had a lot of armored doors recently. It is the focused item of the month. As you can see, Popstar still holding up quite nicely. Oh, yes. But then, like, Apotheosis of War has suffered. Heim has sufferred. Cold Hunter has suffered. Oh, boy, oh dear. But you have sold hardly anything. And I know Heim also sold hardly anything, and it still went down in price, but it's different with Abyss Collection, because Abyss Collection is in demand. And we have been in this exact same position before, because somewhat recently, we saw the Abyss Locker priced at $3 in the Rust store, and it also had sold next to nothing. Now, when I made a short video about this specifically, we had quite literally already like done the abnormal barders. And I looked at it, and I looked at the prices, and I thought, you know what, that's going to be a very good thing to consider buying straight for the Rust store. It's in a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful position. Now that, in comparison to a lot of the other lockers that we've seen so far this year, I thought it stood out nicely. I thought it looked pretty cool. I thought it had a very nice, unique approach and design. I thought that was actually a perfectly fine thing to consider buying straight from the store. So, yeah, I did exactly that. Have you seen its aftermath? Have you seen how it's currently holding up? Because right now, on the Steam market, there's only 20 listings. What? So again, I repeat, this was another Abyss deplorable. My expectation was when the times were good, the price was going to start going back up again. Abyss collection usually rises up ever so nicely because it's an in-demand collection. People do appreciate it when times are good. Let me just quickly go over to here and show you it all in with the extension. So I didn't have it turned on. Yeah, $3.36. Hardly any listings. Buy orders are good. It's in a good spot. That very likely might be one of the only... there's a couple. One of the couple... locker skins that actually works out perfectly fine this year. Speaking of, oh look, what's in the exact same position, but has actually sold 1,000 subscribers left. Less. It's the Armored Door. The Armored Door looks cool. It looks unique. Somewhat scary. It's got a strange looking hatch right there with an extra pair of eyes, which actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's distinct enough, unique enough that it stands out compared to all the other Armored Doors this year. I do believe that's going to work out quite all right. So in regards to a price to offer for it, I think I'm going to offer $2 to $2.50. Because again, in reference to the locker we saw not too long ago, it's only got 20 listings on the Steam market. It's nothing. So if you're worried about dumping and whatnot, I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe it might happen initially. Maybe it might happen around October time. But guess what happens during post-Christmas? Oh yeah. Prices improve. It's a great time. It's the best time. And Abyss collection does get completely cleaned out and rises up ever so nicely. So right now, we're only getting closer and closer to August time, and you might notice prices are starting to improve for these skins. The garage door is improving. The tier 3 is getting bought out again. That's starting to rise back up in price. I'm noticing positivity. The SAR has improved as well. Like, don't be surprised if at some point over the course of the next couple of weeks or so, the majority of these are so much more green. All right? So in regards to what I see here, $2 to $2.50, I'll be buying some tonight as well. Yep, I know we've seen a lot of Armored Doors. Tomorrow we might see another Armored Door. But that does feel as if with the lack of sales and the unique design and with the collection behind it, it should hold up quite nicely. I do believe that'll be a nice investment. Deadly Waste's AK-47, it's a perfectly fine looking approach and whatnot. But I don't think it stands out enough to really work out perfectly fine. I've got nothing against it. It's fine for what it is. Did we see a collection continuation? We did not. Not sure if that's intended to be a collection continuation, but similar style. Anyway, in regards to what we see here, just take one look at all the AK-47 skins we've seen being accepted this year. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not perfect. And then look at the ones that came out last year. You've got Olympus, you've got After Death. You can't really count that one though. Heatseeker, Sakura, yes. So, yeah, if it doesn't stand out insanely, if it doesn't have, like, pay-to-win features, it's very likely just going to drop off. And I'm very sorry to say, I'd rather just stick with a 60-cent to 80-cent barter. Cold Hunter Electric Furnace. So, a $4 skin. I should also point out, I know a lot of people are really hoping to see more deplorables being produced and accepted, but the skin creator also happens to make the Blackout and the Whiteout collection. So guess what was made this past weekend? Well, it was a deplorable, but it wasn't a Cold Hunter deplorable, but I think a lot of people might still like that, I'm just saying. So, you know, well, Blackout, hello. Potentially the first ever Blackout deplorable, we'll see. Anyway, back over to here. Yeah, I need to see more deplorables. Of course, we had the hoodie and pants. I wonder if the hoodie and pants being accepted would probably give the electric furnace a boost. I mean, we'll see. Haven't had any clothing for a while, have we? Anyway, so, yeah, just to point out, the skin creator does juggle notable collections and whatnot. Like, we've got Whiteout jacket there. Where's that? Why don't we have that in the Rust store? Anyway, back over to here. So, in regards to this, there's a big hope that we do see more deplorables being produced and accepted at some point in the future. And with a sheer lack of sales, it's only made itself even more interesting. Right now, I can confirm to you, this is the lowest selling electric furnace skin we have in Rust. And by tomorrow, I'm not sure how much it potentially rises above 7,000 subscribers, but I'm not really expecting that much. I don't think we're going to see tons of people suddenly buying this, because again, it's $4. But just another acceptance or two, that very likely might rise up very, very nicely. It is in a wonderful spot. It's just its price. It's just the price that's the problem. Will we start seeing sheet doors, lockers, storages, maybe a chair or two, I don't know, a table, something like that? That'd be cool, a rug. Could we see an interesting collection being built up from this? I'm sure we could. In fact, there is already a collection. It's just it's predominantly weapons and whatnot. So what I see here, I'm hopeful, but should I be a little bit more realistic? Look at all the electric furnace skins we've seen ever since it first became skinnable. It's quite a lot, and I don't think it's slowing down. So, tomorrow we could easily see another electric furnace. We could see Twitch drops. We could see kick drops. If we see another interesting design that a lot of people suddenly want, it's very likely going to take away a lot of the attention away from this, and then it suffers. And with it being a higher price, oh dear, that might be a bit problematic, won't it? So it can drop and fall quite badly. Oh. So after considering all these things and thinking of the potential positives and whatnot, I still lean more towards the potential of positive. I still lean more towards nice, good things. So I'm not sure what we're going to see this upcoming weekend. I certainly hope it is a Cold Hunter skin. But in regards to that, I think I'm going to offer $2.50 to $3.20. Yep, I'm sure there might be a bit of a drop-off eventually. I'm sure the price might slip a fair bit and whatnot. I reckon, though, with a $2.50 to $3.20 buy order, alright, if things look very, very questionable, I can remove the $3.20 buy order. But I think if it does end up around $2.50, I'll just take it. And then I'm going to be very curious to see how that ends up around post-Christmas, around January 2027. Because by then, are we actually going to see quite a lot of acceptances? Or is that it? No more deplorables. Or maybe the skin creator might need to leave it for a while, then go back to it in the future. Oh, look, surprise. Now we have a sheepman door. Now we have a sheepman double door. Now we have an armored double door. Okay. And then suddenly you see the electric furnace spike and price ever so nice. We'll see, okay? I know people want nice short-term profit. I get it. But it might be something we might have to sit on for a while. What happens over the course of the next few weeks as we go through August time? I kind of need that in my room right now. I know it's supposed to make, be hot, but I'm sure that'll just keep my room nice and cold. I need it. Right, so, yeah, in regards to that, $2.50 to $3.20. That's what I'm going to approach Novel with. Angel Sword. I didn't see a collection continuation for this past weekend, did I? No, didn't happen. Maybe we'll see it this upcoming weekend. But I don't really have the strongest of faith. Haha, Angel, haha, and move on. I don't trust salvaged sword skins. Yeah, nah, no. Sorry to say. It's cool for what it is, I just don't trust it. So, 60 cents to 80 cents. Now we'll talk about the regular skins. Cartoon set. By default, you are the cheapest, most affordable, most approachable, transparent aim sight, pay-to-win sap compared to the recent skins, as you'll see here. And, B sap as well, heat seeker sap. I'm talking marketable pay-to-win saps. I reckon the cartoon sap, with the fact that it sold the least among these three at the very least, I think that's got a pretty good future ahead of it. I should also point out, though, the skin creator did not make an immediate collection continuation. They made a bucket helmet. Ta-da! There you go. So, yeah, you could have made it blue and called it the cartoon bucket helmet, but yeah, what are you going to do? Anyway, so this weekend, keep an eye out. Could we see a SAR or an AK-47 or a revolver or a Python? I don't know, but the more the merrier. It'll be nice. But again, by default, with that only costing $2, I think it's just going to do a very good job and retain very, very nicely. Tonight, I will be buying a bunch of those cartoon saps. I feel confident enough with that. But in terms of a buy order, $1.20 to $1.70. Yes, it's a $2 skin. I know. I'm going to go strong. Now, of course, if we do happen to see more transparent aim sight pay-to-win saps being accepted, surely they wouldn't accept more after accepting 3 in a row, right? Well, we'll see what happens, right? I feel like surely not. But if that happens, it had to be a tough lesson learned. But again, you're already the default weapon/tool price. I don't think it can really suffer. And I'm sure a lot of people are aware by now that that is the cheapest, most affordable transparent aim sight set. Again, you got the cute face as well. The cute face adds value, all right? Don't you dare try and deny it. It's got a lovely little face. So, cool. I like it for what it is. It's got an interesting colour scheme as well and whatnot. $1.20 to $1.70. Then we have the cell shading boots. Initially, I did dismiss it. I sat here and said, you know what, you don't even need to bother skinning your boots and whatnot. You don't even need to wear boots. Just put your feet in the grass. Yeah, it should be hidden well enough. Jungle as well, plenty of plants. But you know what? I can't dismiss it now because these have sold significantly less compared to the roadside gloves, for example. And of course the tier 2. It's only got 3,800 subscribers. And I know we did talk about this quite a lot in the past. I brought up that the Sell roadside gloves, the highest it's ever been is about $1.30. And right now it's back up to there, which is interesting to see. That has 43 listings. All right? 43 listings right there, right now. How many listings are we going to see at the boots? After a good couple of months as well, how many listings are we going to see at the boots? Very, very, very interesting to consider. Now, let me just talk about collections that have had pretty much all the other skins accepted, but then they got boots later on. Copper collection, for example. Someone brought this up. Yeah, it's been around since 2022. You've got some very cool looking skins here. An interesting, weird yellow design. But 3 years after all of this, we finally got the boots. You might notice these sold for 99 cents. You might notice they're now selling for $6. What? 20,000 plus subscribers, 10,000. This only did about 7,700. So due to the fact that, you know, this sold obviously the least, and with hardly any listings, yeah, this has just flourished and worked out stupendously. It's just been going up and up and up and up because the collection itself is actually in demand. But here's the question. Is Sell collection in demand? Where's the other pieces as well? Well, I reckon, at the very least, we could just check the comments, and the skin creator has confirmed that they are intending to make hoodie and pants soon. So we do have more collection continuations on the horizon. It's a dark green pair of boots. Things are looking pretty sweet. Things are looking pretty all right. I reckon I'll have to put a pretty decent barter down on them. I might have to buy some of them as well. 80 cents to 90 cents. There's a lot of positives now. I feel like I have to make a move. And yeah, maybe it only goes up to $1.30. You know what? What a shame, but I didn't lose anything. That's fine. I can live with that. Can you? Right then. So that's pretty much everything. So I can quickly sit here and say what to expect tomorrow. Well, the Global Warfare event. I'll be taking part. Ta-da! Now, where are we? Well, if I can just zoom in. I'm in the UK. We're actually the artists. So I somehow got grouped up with the artists. They wanted to be in a reasonably safe spot. And now we have all these neighbours, so I'm sure it's going to go down well, right? But if you want to get the brand new Twitch drops, if you want someone to watch, you can watch me if you want to. The links for my socials are in the description of this video. You'll see my Twitch link right there. I'm not sure how much time it's going to take. It'll probably take about 4 hours. Probably about 4 hours. And whilst we're here, I should also point out, if you were to go to twitch.facebook.com, it hasn't actually updated yet. Whilst it's updated to the fact that we now have that auto-turret dropping, which is nice to see. Oh, there it is. No, there it is. Sorry, blip. I need better glasses. There you go. 8 hours. Oh, that's fine. Again, all you have to do is watch anyone streaming Rust on Twitch, and you can get that for absolutely free. So, vending machine first for 2 hours, sheep in the door for 4 hours, locker for 6 hours, and then you have the auto-turret for 8 hours. Easy. Easy. That's not hard. Again, just put a stream on, low volume, you're good. You can put it on your phone, you can put it on your laptop, you can put it on a browser, make sure the sound is on Twitch, but mute the tab. It works. It's all right, cool, there you go. Yep, very easy. Perfect, lovely. But again, remember, the Global Warfare drops, okay? They are only available until the 6th of August. You've only got a week for that. These drops right here, that goes on until the 13th of August. So it's different. It's different. Cool, 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 cool. Right, so that's pretty much everything. Now we question, out of all the skins that we saw being submitted recently, what could we potentially see being accepted tomorrow? Well, I don't think it's going to be any early picks. Let me put it that way. But I can confirm to you, I've been seeing some very interesting designs. Oh, yes, indeed. But the most likely answer is it's going to consist of skins that are submitted the previous batch, so basically last weekend. Could we get Hazma Metal Shopfront? Could we get, I don't know, Blobfish Hammer? Gear Mechanism Metal Shopfront? An interesting lockout. What about Apotheosis of War Rug? You know, lots of interesting potential designs. I actually would like Ramen Armador. I want to see the cute silly little kitties. Give me the cute silly little kitties. Look at them. Look at them. I want them. I need them. I'm not saying no, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So that and Hasmerometer, that'd be cool. Right, cool. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, yeah, most likely answer is a lot of the skins that are submitted from the previous weekend. But if you want to get a good idea of the recent skins that are submitted, please consider watching the Rust Workshop skin checks for July 28, 2026. All the collection continuations are chaptered right there. And, yeah, a lot of small backpacks were posted again. I can confirm to you, we saw some pretty interesting looking designs, especially in terms of collection continuations. Reptile Hunter, No Mercy, Vanguard, and Popstar. Yeah, some pretty interesting looking skins there. I'd probably expect at least 1 or 2 early picks tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, you know. Oh, I've got like a minute left into abnormals. It's all good. Right, let me just quickly do this. I have been literally pouring like a waterfall. You probably noticed. Again, initially I was like that, and I was just like, I just could put up with it. It's so hot. It's so hot. Right, over to here. Chat, I've said it many times already. I hope you did your practice bilders, okay? I'll worry about that in a bit, okay? Don't worry about the hammer, right? The hammer and the sleeper bag, they are not tradable. They're not marketable. I did tell the admin about that. He was supposed to have fixed that. Didn't do that. They are not tradable. They're not marketable. You cannot buy them, right? You cannot sell them. Roker, don't worry about those. Breathe. Let's go. Right. I don't actually have the prices to my side, do I? Alright, so let's go over to here. Again, Hedge will say the prices, but you won't remember them off by heart. Let's jump in. Let's get those tactical gloves. $1 right, $1 right, yes. $1 right, $1 right, yes. Let's go. Over to here. Hello, Cold Hunter Electric Furnace. How you doing? Good to see you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and offer this. Lovely. I think I've been pretty quick so far. I like to think I've been pretty quick. Cool. I've got the Angel Sword. Again, I'm just here, so might as well. Cool. Done. That was nice and quick. Well, I mean, the whole thing, the whole recording, the whole run that we just did, probably not, but whatever. I'm going to go turn my air conditioning on. I'm going to try my best to unmelt. And then, of course, you know, we'll skip ahead now. We'll look at the abnormal barter support, and we'll question, do I actually want to jump in and buy some skins today? And chances are, I think I will be saying yes a lot, all right? So let's go see how that is. That I've lost my tongue now. All right, after about 33 minutes of yapping, only now do I make a mistake. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's go. Right, so it's just been over an hour, and as you can see, the prices have been updating. You can see the positivity. How it says so nice and lovely. And you know what? With all due respect, when I first saw this Rust store, I did initially dismiss it, didn't I? I wasn't super crazy for it. But as time has passed, it has been quite surprising. The lack of sales definitely has made things a whole lot more interesting and whatnot. But yeah, top selling skin right now, only 13,250. It's madness. So, again, if you're watching this the next day, it's your lunch break. The Rust store still has not yet rotated. I think what you're about to listen to is going to be pretty convincing in regards to probably wanting to go ahead and buy some skins straight from the Rust store. Because this Rust store, I think I'll be buying quite a lot. So, let's now go ahead, look at all the barders, look at all the barter support, and question, are any of these skins looking perfectly fine to just buy straight from the Rust store? And yeah, first up, Tire Tactical Gloves. Wow, look at that. With over 1,400 barders. Wow. Now this is priced in the Rust store at $1.49. Why is there a 100 quantity barder at $1.55? You might be sitting there and questioning that right now. Yeah, I'm sure you are. I have no idea. No, there is an assumption, there is a theory. But for some people from certain countries with certain currencies, well, it might be cheaper for them to buy on the Steam market compared to buying straight from the Rust store, because you have to pay tax as well. I'm not sure if every single country or different people from around the world just have tax included. I do. Do you? If so, do you also have to pay tax on the Steam market as well? Because I'm led to believe that, yeah, it might be cheaper just buying it straight from the Steam market. This guy probably knows exactly how things are. He's more than happy to offer that. And again, it's like a few pennies higher compared to what it is in the Rust store. For now, yeah, that definitely helps out the tactical gloves, and it definitely looks as if those tactical gloves are perfectly fine to buy straight from the Rust store. Just very nice and straightforward. So lots of bar holders, lots of support. Yes, that's looking good. Like, even if we didn't have that, you still got all these bar holders over here as well. It is looking good. It is looking pretty interesting. So, all right, do I really need to say any more? As I've already mentioned, the collection itself has held up very nicely, even though it's incomplete. But saying that, we could see the tier 3 still eventually at some point in the future. And yes, I would believe that'll get a nice boost. A nice spike command, spike of price. Oh, yes, indeed. So, okay. I don't think I need to say that much more. If you're watching this during your lunch break and the Rust store still has not yet rotated, I'd recommend looking at this in the Steam market right now, and I would recommend considering making a purchase. I want to buy 100. I feel confident if I buy 100, if I just sit on it, wait it for a while, yes, I do believe that could work out as a very nice investment. Now, when would I want to sell? Post-Christmas. I'll probably hold out. Yeah, I'll hold out till then. You probably don't want to do that, fair enough. So question how much you want to buy. As we go through August time, could that bounce up a fair bit? I'm sure it could. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it'll be quite all right. But I think you might be better off waiting it out, at least until January 2027. And again, you never know. We might have like another complete the sets. We might get some random acceptances. You know how we randomly see like skins from a year ago being accepted as of recent? Tire tier 3, please? Maybe. Anyway, so with what we see there, I sure hope we see another attempt for the tire tier 3. I sure hope we eventually get that. But again, people like black tactical gloves. And that has sold significantly less compared to training and, of course, compared to pirate. So I think it's in a very, very, very good spot. I think it's perfectly fine to just jump in and grab some. So, yeah. Feel free to comment below. Did you happen to buy any? How many did you buy? So then that's looking pretty sweet. What about over to here? Cold Hunter Electric Furnace. So, I am noticing everybody here is refusing to list theirs below $9. Now that might slowly trickle downwards, but this has happened in the past where everybody refuses to list their skin below a certain point, and because people get tired of waiting, some people are like, you know what, I'll just add a higher price bar then, and then another does, and then another does, and then another does, and you do eventually see a skin actually work out quite alright, just because people are stubborn enough, patient enough to wait it out for the people here to get impatient and start offering higher prices. So again, that has sold hardly anything. It is in a very interesting spot. But how many electric furnaces are we going to see being accepted by the end of this year? And then how many are we going to see being accepted next year? With the recent brand new skinnables, they have proven to be quite successful in terms of like acceptances and all that. It's becoming a bit of a problem where they just keep on getting consecutive acceptances. So I can't help but assume we're probably going to see at least another 10 electric furnaces this year. I think we still have another 22 Rust stores this year, so we'll see. But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if we probably get another 10. And again, Twitch drops, kick drops. Are we going to see like an icy theme skin being produced after this? Christmas, maybe? I reckon for Christmas, you could probably have one with like stockings on it and whatnot. Oh, there you go. Skin creators, if you're watching. So, all right, we'll see how it goes. I think for the foreseeable future, there's a strong possibility we'll be seeing some more Cold Hunter skins being produced. Just gotta hope it gets accepted. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do. So, alright, cool. What this is, not looking too bad. As time goes on, once we reach October time, do you believe we will see another Cold Hunter skin being accepted by then? And if that's the case, do you reckon this could hold up nicely? I want to buy some. I can afford to make a mistake. If you can't afford to make a mistake, you're better off with just a barder. You might be better off with the $2.50 barder, right? So you have to really consider how you're going to approach this. But it could be an expensive mistake. It's $4, but then again, how many listings are we going to even see? Maybe initially for the first month that's available, but it's marketable and whatnot. Maybe it actually has more than 50, for example. But it wouldn't surprise me at some point later down the line. It wouldn't surprise me if this probably ends up with like 20 listings. I mean, if it's very popular, yeah, you'd see more and whatnot, but I wouldn't be surprised the price would be high as well. So, all right, we'll see how it goes. I've just noticed my mouse isn't visible. I do this all the time. I'm so sorry. It's because when I record my short videos, yeah, there you go. That should be done now. Ta-da! Look, I got a mouse. Wow. So, ta-da! Oh, dear. All right, anyway. So, yeah, it's a pretty interesting spot. I might go grab like 20 just to see how everything pans out. But again, for you, maybe just do a pretty decent barter. Again, I don't expect anyone here to get like dramatically dumped on. I don't think enough of them have sold for that to happen. But you never know how many might get bought over the course of tonight until tomorrow's rust rotation. So we'll see how it goes. Abyss Armored Door. This has the support. This has the collection, you know, the collection to help it out as well. Yes, it's an armored door. Yes, we do have quite a lot of options. Yes, we do have quite a lot of glow-in-the-dark designs, but I think that one does stand out quite nicely. Again, referencing the locker, after a good month or so, that locker itself the exact same price, and there's only like 20 listings now. It's doing okay. It's doing perfectly fine. Now, of course, if we were to see more skins being produced and accepted, I'm sure it'll bounce up. I just can't help but assume, right? These low-selling Abyss deplorables, give it time. I might have to hold on this for a fairly decent amount of time. Again, maybe until post-Christmas. I do believe that will rise up in price nicely. It's got the support. I'm sure we're going to still see Abyss collection skins being accepted. I think that's going to be something that's just going to be apparent from here and now regardless. Like, Little Ranger skins, he does get quite a lot of skins accepted, but he also has a lot of collections. Like, I just did my profit review recently. I was complaining about where's all the toy skins. We got a Salvaged axe accepted, but we haven't seen any toy skins since then. So, you know, maybe we might be on a bit of a break. Maybe we'll see another UFO skin being made. Rather, a UAP. Sorry about that. But you know what I'm saying? So, all right, we'll see how it goes. Maybe there'll be another interesting deplorable becoming skinnable. I am expecting mini fridge at some point. We'll see how it goes, right? Right, so with that in its position, I'm going to sit here and say I am going to go buy some. After buying the locker, I feel confident I could just buy these armored doors. Again, they're $3. But looking at the support, there's a lot of barters here from like $2 all the way up to like $2.50, $2.60, $2.70. So it's looking good. It is looking good. I respect that. I can see the support is pretty sweet. I like it. I don't imagine that's going to go below $1.50 anytime soon. I don't even think that's going to happen. I think it's going to comfortably stay above $2 for the rest of its time. And yes, so yeah. I know we inevitably have October time. I think it's got the support to keep it up regardless. So yeah. How long until the Global Warfare Hammer and Sleepy Bag and stuff? Okay, I'll talk about that in a second, but I'll tell you now real quickly. They're available tomorrow as well. Which choice of words there? I know. I'm dehydrated and tired. No, shut up. Scientist Sentry Auto Turret. I will say I'm very, very, very tempted to just go grab a sneaky 20 for myself. It's a sneaky auto turret. But are we going to see another green auto turret being accepted anytime soon? Could we see a white one being accepted anytime soon? They are in the workshop, I will tell you that. Are we going to see a light brown one? Maybe, you never know. You could probably use the gold chains one. Someone did bring that up to me a few days ago. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, looking at you. Well, you've sold a reasonable amount, not a ridiculous amount. I don't expect to see like 100+ listings of these in the Steam market anytime soon. And, outside of recording, I actually quickly checked and compared with all the other auto turrets. This is the second most supported skin out of all the auto turret skins. Of course, Popstar Auto Turret has more support. I'm talking like the amount of buy orders and whatnot. Now, Popstar's doing A-okay. If this also has a very nice, respectable amount of support, surely it could work out quite alright. Again, I feel like it's just one video or short video, one stream in which a content creator properly showcases how to utilize this, or just makes a big emphasis about using this, and then suddenly everybody wants to use it, alright? So if it gets the, I don't know, advertisement, if someone properly showcases it, yeah, I think that's in a pretty good spot. So, in regards to buy orders, clearly we didn't see that many people go super strong and all the way up to $3+, but there's still a lot of support here. Look at that. Still lots of support right here. So, I think, honestly, you probably just might want to stick with like a $2.50 buy order. It is a bit risky, but the possibilities. Are we going to see a collection continuation? I didn't even bring that up, did I? It's a solid possibility. So, I guess we'll wait and see, but yeah, guess we're just going to wait and see. I didn't see anything like that, by the way. I didn't see anything like that. So, cool. That's nice. Looking forward to potential collection. But if we see another green auto turret being accepted, that's no longer that special anymore, and that's going to lead to potential problems. So, I guess we'll just have to leave it be. Right, well, feel free to comment below. Did you buy any of these straight from the rust store? Are you satisfied with how things are currently? The support is there. It's just, it's not as much support like the tire, the tire tactical gloves, for example. I'm a little bit lost. I'm conflicted. It hurts. Alright, I'll leave it be. Project Nova Garage Door. Right, so you might notice it doesn't have as much support compared to the previous skins. Builders are less, yes. But if we see that Sheet Metal Double Door or any other Project Nova deplorable being accepted after this, I really would be surprised if it shoots up. But for now, if you are sitting here and genuinely wanting to buy some, I'd probably just offer $2. I don't know how things are going to be like over the course of the next couple of weeks or so, but I reckon you might have to wait at least a while until we possibly see that Sheet Metal Double Door. Now watch as the Sheet Metal Double Door gets accepted tomorrow after I've said that. But yeah, I think you might need to wait a bit. And people tend to be very impatient. So chances are you might see this go below its rust store price pretty quickly. But I don't imagine it's going to crash and burn anytime soon. And I certainly do hope that we do see more sequels in the future. So, alright. I think you could just put down a $2 barter. I think you'll be alright with that. Night Instant Bed. Well, it's got more support compared to the garage door, but it's still got it's still basically the same. Up to about $1.60. A $2.49 skin, and it's only gone up to $1.60. Now, with that, it's not terrible, but I don't imagine it's going to retain its price A-OK perfectly fine. Again, it's the second best-selling skin so far. Will the joke always be funny? That's the question to ask. I think it'll be right. I think people always go to it as like a funny little joke. But if everybody's aware of it, it's not funny anymore. All right. I reckon if you really wanted to buy some of these today, just go ahead and offer a $2 barter. Yeah, $2 barter probably is the way to go about it. I bought one for myself. I'm happy. But I wouldn't be surprised if I do pick up a bunch of these. Now, again, I actually have the $1.55 barter here, I'm led to believe. Yes. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to stick with that. So, all right, cool. Well, I've also got one like down here as well. But yeah, that's my second barter. So, yeah, give it time. I might have to wait until October time. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. That specific chair with this specific bed. Now, I think what we want to look for next year is a sequel to that chair as a bed. I think that's how it's going to go. And I think that's probably the most befitting idea. Right, cool. So, yeah, I'll leave it be. AK-47, like I said, I don't fully trust it. If you really wanted to pick up a bunch of these, offer $1. And with the with the Salvaged sword, same thing. If you really wanted to pick up a bunch of these, offer $1. I really wouldn't be surprised if you managed to pick up a bunch of them. So tonight, I think I'll be grabbing a bunch of these. I'm tempted. I might grab a sneaky 20 just like for me. We'll see how it goes. So someone's jumped in and done a $3.40 barter. I mean, if you want to. I feel like if you're going to offer that, you might as well just buy them. We'll see. Yeah, Abyss Armored Door. I'll be buying some of them. Auto turret, purely based on I'm not sure how everything's going to go down. I'm going to buy some of them as well. Again, might just be 20. But everything else here, nah, I'm alright. But again, I will remind you, we do have skins that are not abnormal. And I do believe I'll be buying a bunch of those saps and I'll be buying a bunch of those boots as well. Again, the boots have sold hardly anything in comparison to all the other armor pieces. There's a fairly decent chance we might see Cell hoodie and pants soon. I certainly hope it gets accepted. And in regards to the cartoon sap, just by default, it's the cheapest pay-to-win sap there is. I'm sure it'll be appreciated enough. And yeah, I certainly hope it has a nice future. I'm here hoping the skin creator produces more cartoon skins. Are we going to have another transparent aim sight pay-to-win collection? We'll see how it goes. But yeah, things are looking pretty interesting. I am going to be buying a bunch of those skins. Now, in regards to tomorrow, as it was asked earlier, yes, the Global Warfare 4 bag and hammer will still persist, along with the plushies. So all 4 of these pieces, they will be sticking around, but the skins, they will rotate. And chances are it might be another batch of 10 skins, not like 12 or 13 or 14 or 15, because these are persisting. So cool. I can confirm as well, if you go to twitch.facebook.com, I'll refresh as well. Not only do you see the charity skins here, but you've got those special things right here, and you've got the brand new Global Warfare 4 charity, not charity, the Twitch drops. The Twitch drops are right there. 8 hours to get all 4. So that's not 2, then 4, then 6, then 8. No, it's just one row of 8. And again, if you want to watch someone to get those skins, you can watch me if you want to. I do plan to start an hour earlier, and I'm led to believe if you're in the UK, for example, that means I'll probably have to start around 7 o'clock in the evening, because the actual event starts at 8 o'clock UK time. So, yeah, if you're European, I'm sure you can figure out that time. If you're American and whatnot, I'm sorry. 8 p.m. London time. There you go, that might help you out a little bit better. So, yeah, okay, cool. Does it not have like a timer here? It does, right there. All right, there you go. So it will tell you when it all starts. That's nice. That's cool. Lovely. I'll be taking part with the artists, but we don't have that many VIPs, so it might be a little bit awkward. But we're chill. We're going to have fun. It's going to be all right. So, yeah. Can also point out, oh, what's this? Oh, the auctions have finished. Huh. So I can confirm the winner of the designer Twitch drop skin is Oil Rats. He offered $29,500. Yes, he did an eBay snipe. He waited till the last second. So that's cool. I can also see over to here, we had the $1,500 worth of skins. Now, in reality, it was actually worth quite a fair bit more. Like, I think it was actually worth like about $3,000. But it's all an effort to like raise funds for charity and whatnot. So again, Orets has offered that. Cool. So yeah, good on him. That's nice. He's got the money to spend. I am still trying to figure this out though. Like, if that's specifically his Twitch drop, if he's the only one that's going to drop it, the ad money he gets will replenish that pretty easily. I was under the assumption it was going to probably be a general drop. But we'll see how it goes. So, yep, lots of other things going on here. Very nice, but those are the main 2 people that cared about what. So, cool. Player count right now, still holding up quite nicely. Still better compared to the previous month. And over the course of this weekend, I imagine the player count will rise up a little bit more. So, yeah. July does look as if it's going to be better than June. But we really are hoping, as we now enter August time, prices really start to improve and, become a little bit better. My inventory has been performing a little bit better as of recent. Don't forget, if you go to scmm.app, if you go to market cap, look to the left here. Do you see the scale? Is it going upward still? Let's find out. But you can also get a good look at these skins over to here. Lots of positivity. Not everywhere, though. And if I go to, like, I don't know, Heat Seeker, for example, as you'll see, oh yeah, that's tons of positivity. And as you'll notice here, from here to here, that's a nice increase. So in the past 30 days, there's been a 7% improvement. Lovely. I love to see it. Wonderful. So, cool. Give this a good look. Start looking at your collections. I happen to be invested into, I don't know, naval camo. Yes, naval camo. Let's get a good look at that. Are they improving? Kinda. Over the course of like the past month, it could be a bit questionable. But the majority are here, they are improving quite nicely. Oh, that AK's been doing good. Wow, what's going on here? Alright, cool. So, yeah, that's everything. What might we see being accepted tomorrow? Again, I said it's most likely the skins that are submitted the previous weekend. Not the most recent one, but the one before that. So, maybe you might see, a young Dragon Thompson, or a Tomb of the Octopus Electric Furnace, or an optimized M39, or a scientific meat fridge. Those would be some interesting skins, don't you think? Oh, Patrol Auto Turret, yeah. Right. So, with that, I think that's everything that needs to be said. We covered everything. I'm covered in sweat. I might need another shower, yeah. that's it. That's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Again, I certainly hope everything goes all right. Over the course of the next few days, I will be streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Feel free to hop in. We want to be nice and peaceful. It probably won't be nice and peaceful. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, the main point is we want to enjoy ourselves. We just want to have some fun and raise money for the charity. And that's what matters most. Cool. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Have a splendid evening or day. You're watching this during the day, right? I hope so. And feel free to comment below. What do you reckon will be accepted in tomorrow's Rust Store? What are you hoping for? Realistically speaking, what do you think will be accepted, though? Feel free to comment below. All right, cool, done. Thank you very much. Catch you later. Say goodbye.